Hotel 112 HART call signs.
They are Britain's toughest medics.
CPR in progress.
Stand clear. Checking now.
We will be the people that are going in the direction of where something went bang when other people are going in the opposite direction.
He is armed at the moment with a knife.
The UK's hazardous area response teams, HART for short, are trained to tackle the most critical cases in the most dangerous places.
I'm going to try and tunnel the way through to you. Everywhere collapsed around me.
No worries, mate.
Could be someone in water, at height, underground, overcome by gas. Whatever it is, our team are there to access them and treat them in those environments.
Created after the 7/7 London bombings, they're in the front line when terrorists strike.
We're here for the big day when everybody's nightmares come true.
It's been confirmed that it is a nail bomb.
Specialists selected,
Have you seen how high up it is?
It's fallen from around 20 foot.
highly trained,
She's currently trapped in the car by her legs.
There's massive intrusion into his cab.
never filmed before.
Shotgun injuries to his leg.
Go on, you have to blast me.
These are some of the world's most elite paramedics.
We have got specialist kit, we have got specialist vehicles. People coming in from other agencies and think it's like a scene out of Thunderbirds.
Hold it.
OK, we need them on a board in a minute, on a collar.
Everyday heroes risking their lives to save others.
This is going to be a major incident.
As darkness falls over Yorkshire, it's time for the locals to sit back and relax, or let their hair down. But not at the headquarters of the HART team.
Right, so we get that tube covered and get it intubated.
24 hours a day, the men and women of Yorkshire's HART team are hard at work.
Two-patient RTC, joyrider and ambulance has collided with a patient.
Preparing for the next case.
We're not the same as operational ambulance staff. We're waiting for that kind of big job, that life-changing event, let's say. And even if we're having kind of a quiet evening, within a second that could change and we could be on our way to something that we'd have to get our brain into gear really quickly and deal with it. So you're never, ever really relaxing.
It's 10 o'clock and reports are coming in about a major accident on one of Yorkshire's busiest motorways. My team have been called out.
M18, junction 6 southbound.
999 road activated.
Paramedic Gemma is leading the convoy south. It's 35 miles to the crash.
We're going to the M18 motorway where there's reports there's a 4-car road traffic accident. We think that someone might be trapped in a van, which is why we're involved.
Hello, Manny speaking.
Team leader Manny knows 999 calls from drivers on motorways are notoriously inaccurate, especially at night.
Right, no worries, I'll shout that out tomorrow. All right, cool. Cheers, bye.
Few callers know exactly where they are.
Hotel 112 HART call signs. Information suggests that the RTC is between junction 6 and 5. However, comms have had a look at the cameras and there's a lot of build-up between junctions 1 and 2. So that's where we're going to be heading towards.
1022 received.
Manny has come across an incident.
Yeah, Roger, there's a road traffic here. There's debris in the road. Junction.
It's clear it's another crash, the result of a police pursuit.
Over.
Are you needing anybody?
All right, buddy. This one's just crying.
Right.
HART can bring stronger drugs and more advanced surgical procedures to the crash scene.
Hotel 1 to 1026. We've got one crew on scene on the M18 detail. Confirmed trapped casualties. That's confirmed trapped casualties over.
First person on scene will have to quickly assess him and see what his injuries are and how seriously trapped he is.
Police have turned traffic back on the carriageway to give emergency services room to work.
Hello.
We've got all the cars coming down this way now, so we're going to need you to stick to our shoulder.
That's all right.
Because, like I say, they are coming this way to get rid of them.
I'll watch
All right.
you. Yeah, cheers.
Gemma's under pressure.
So there's a big long queue of traffic obviously backed up behind this incident, and to ease the traffic, the police have decided to turn the cars around and drive them down the wrong way, down the carriageway. So obviously I've got oncoming traffic towards me on the motorway, which makes things slightly confusing and dangerous. That's as near as we're gonna get.
Two Arctics, one carrying a fairground organ, have been in a collision with a yellow van. It's crushed between them and barely recognisable. Inside is the female driver.
That's like a fairground thing, that.
It is. Yeah. It's an organ. It was worth about £1 million. There's bits of it up there. Oh, right. Arctic hit it, knocked him into the centre. She's at the back end of it.
Right.
Gemma and Manny have arrived just in time for the driver to be freed from the wreckage by firefighters.
She's getting out now.
Right.
We're just giving her some gas now. She's had TXA.
1, 2, 3, slide, and rest.
I think left femur's gone.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Can I just squeeze past you, buddy? Yes, pal.
Can we straighten this arm out, love?
Kerry O'Byrne is critically injured.
Any pain in this leg?
It's just pins and needles.
What about this one?
No.
No, nothing at all. Can you straighten this one, mate?
No.
Her injury could cause catastrophic blood loss.
If we've got a radial pulse, can we just give us some morphine?
It's close to a miracle she's still alive.
Yeah, good clear equal air entry.
Great stuff. How are the others? Are they all right?
Louise is up there just doing a quick assessment. I've not been highlighted any injuries here.
Kerry's husband was travelling in convoy with the van, but he can only watch as the team assess his wife. Her symptoms are worrying.
How are you feeling?
Okay.
All right. What's bothering you at most?
Just my shoulder, my left shoulder.
Left shoulder.
I've got pins and needles in my left leg.
Okay.
Medics consider the mechanism of injury or the impact the patient has suffered when considering the likely outcome of a crash.
It's a Merc. It's a Sprinter.
This could not be more serious.
It's just concertinaing it up, innit? Old Sprinter, same as what we have.
The vehicle is really, really badly damaged. I can't believe she's come out of that vehicle with the injuries that she has, really. I mean, she is injured, but you would expect people not to survive that type of crash. It's really, really significant, and especially with all the damage on the fairground truck. It's quite a heavy truck to hit, so the vehicle itself has done its job in protecting her as much as it can.
If we're ready, let's get this lady on board then.
The crash has happened a 20-minute drive from the nearest major hospital. Kerry is critically injured. A HART medic is travelling to hospital with her.
A person can start to deteriorate, so for that instance, we've sent Martin along just in case any extended skills might be required from a HART perspective. I'm amazed this lady's come out with the injuries that she's got and not actually passed away, because there's nothing actually left of the vehicle whatsoever.
The patient's life is still in the balance. It will be a long night for hospital doctors and Kerry's family. Leeds is the party capital of the north. It's the early hours of the morning, and many of the clubs and bars won't stop serving until dawn. But every day across Yorkshire, 250 people are admitted to hospital as a direct result of boozing.
There isn't a structure or any rules which say your drinking has to start at this time. People can get access to alcohol pretty much all of the time now. And I think people are more likely to probably drink more than they ever have. And that obviously impacts on the emergencies that we're attending.
Hotel 112, handhold signs, got a detail.
BD21. 5 Hotel Tango.
It's late night in Leeds, and Delta team are being sent to Keighley,
Hotel 1.
45 minutes away.
Yes, I've got 4. We're going out to this detail in Keighley.
Yeah, Roger, no problem. This is a bloke that's fallen about 14 foot down an embankment towards either a small river or a beck, and they're having difficulty with an extrication. Got neck pain, back pain.
Minor accidents can lead to serious consequences in the dark as rescuers and patients become vulnerable to falls. Most drownings occur at night, and alcohol is often a factor.
Drink lowers your inhibitions. People do things that they don't normally do when they're not drunk. You know, on many occasions we've been for people sitting on bridges, taking their clothes off, sitting on bridges, or threatening to jump, things, irrational thoughts people get sometimes due to drink, and you know, it's been down to us to go and pick up the pieces, if you like.
The first HART mobile has reached the scene. It seems an impromptu Riverside barbecue in the rain has ended in a serious accident, and they may need some specialist kit to rescue the patient.
He's just doing a survey on his, so we're going to have to mibs him and board. They've got a scoop round there.
I'll grab your light, Andy, just to be on the safe side.
He's saying he's got tenderness in his legs, but there's no obvious deformity. But he's going to bind him anyway because he's dropped onto his legs.
It's feared the patient has broken his pelvis.
Where are you?
It's a critical injury that can lead to lethal internal bleeding.
Fences down. Yeah, they're through there.
He's lying on wasteland. Local paramedics have done their best to stop the man slipping into the river.
He's not found out else.
We managed to get a small line in the back of his hand.
Can't see out down this.
Right.
Now it's the HART team's job to haul him to safety.
Well, these individuals have obviously been having some kind of barbecue. Had significant amount of alcohol. And one of them's fallen from this point, landed down here, and then somebody's tried to help him and they've gone down with him as well.
A second man was lucky not to drown.
My friend Ben, we basically tried to pull a train off the bottom bonfire, and it literally slipped. On the corner, he just slipped, went full length. My cousin didn't think about his own safety, jumped in straight after him. Got himself hurt, basically.
We can scissor it around him, can't we?
Yeah, I was going to say.
Right then, let's see if we can get him on here.
They're strapping the patient to a spinal board to protect his back. It's feared his friend also has a spinal injury.
The other guy that's up there has actually dropped off same edge, but he's walked back round. So
right, no worries.
He's in drink, so his obs are all stable, so they're going to board him.
No, you're out of line.
We're not bad here. Let's take him up in middle and take him up at shoulders, and then that way the scoop's got to close then. Can you just get his trousers, Moggy? Yeah. You've got his shoulders, Andy.
Yeah, so set him up.
On lift.
Right.
Ready, steady, lift.
Oh, no! Oh! Right. No!
What's hurting you?
Right, and down.
That's it.
Right, let go of that, please.
No, put your arms in, mate. Back. Put your arms in. That's it, good lad.
The riverbank is treacherous underfoot.
Ready, steady, lift.
All right, we've got you, mate, we've got you. Keep your hands in.
Keep your arms in, mate. Up a little bit if you can, still.
Just about 3 inches.
Yeah.
Oh, take, hold this. Right.
That'll do us.
It's a difficult, dangerous operation in the dark, and the patient needs reassurance.
I'm scared of rolling off.
You're not going to roll off there, mate. You're not going anywhere. You're safer now.
Hey, guys, we're going to lift up onto this bit instead of walking up steps. Lift onto this platform, yeah?
Yeah.
Have we all got a bit? Yeah. On lift. Ready, steady, lift.
They're trying to negotiate the ruins of an abandoned mill building.
Right.
Good effort.
On you at the top. Ready, lift. Yeah. We'll get you in kit warm first and then get you sorted.
Okay. Ready?
I've got it. Yeah.
Hang on.
Have you learnt anything from that?
Yeah, stupidity.
All right. Another casualty following the same distance. We've got 2 ambulances, or do we want to?
Yeah, he's going in back of that one.
The patient's friend has also fallen 15 feet.
I've had a couple of drinks.
Have you?
Obviously, yeah.
He'll be getting a hospital checkover.
Come on, leap in here, sir.
You know, these are the things that we have to deal with every day. People tend to sort of drink more alcohol than they actually need, and then the decisions that they make are questionable, and hence he wound up in the river, and then his mate followed him and he went down and got injured as well.
The consequences of tonight's accident could be long-lasting.
He'll be transferred now to probably Airedale General, where he'll be looked at in their emergency department, and obviously he needs to be sort of dried off and warmed up, and then I suppose that they'll keep him really for observation.
Back in Leeds, the night is still young for the revellers in the city centre. But a sober shift is barely half over for HART.
Come on, all aboard.
They are heading out to the satellite town of Morley. There's been a road accident less than a mile from base. Team leader Scotty is driving, Gemma's navigating.
She's sitting straight up.
Uphill, yeah. Ah, yeah.
Turn left onto Church Street.
Flash is bringing up the rear. He used to be a cop in Canada.
When I was a police officer, we used to have regular events where around about midnight we'd just close a road and then stop every single driver coming through and just sort of ask them if they had a drink. When we go to accidents now, where alcohol's obviously a factor, I've got no say in it. The ambulance service has got no say in it. We've got a patient and we do our job, and we leave it up to the police to do their end of it.
Neil and Moggy will get to the scene first. The driver is trapped.
Hey guys, we got somebody still in there.
Yeah.
Just one occupant in there.
Yeah, I've asked her if there's anybody else in the car. She said no, but obviously I can't tell if she's just get out of it. Shock or what.
All right.
The driver is panicking, but the airbags haven't gone off. Her rescuers need to be cautious. An accidental detonation can kill.
Yeah, she says she's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with her. She's been hit, and she's just sat there. She's probably just stayed to go. You have a quick chat with her.
Yeah.
Firefighters have made the car safe. The team can now get to work.
Ambulance. Can you tell me what happened?
I've got a hit.
You got hit? You were driving car?
Yeah.
Right, let me just take your pulse. Have you got any medical problems?
No.
Have you got any pains anywhere? Have you had any drink or anything tonight? It's ambulance asking, not police.
The woman says no. Her breath says yes.
Did you release yourself from your seatbelt? Or were you not wearing a seatbelt? Yeah.
There's no sign of injury.
You've absolutely no pain anywhere, nothing down your neck or anything like that. Right, do you want to crawl out over this way?
She's going to be examined in the back of an ambulance, but the team already suspect they know the cause of the crash.
This is Michael.
Just jump in here.
Have you had a drink tonight?
No.
Right. Are you happy for policemen just to do your breath test?
Yeah.
Are you happy for them to come and do a breath test? And it's out of the way then, isn't it?
The woman still sustained a major impact, and booze can mask symptoms of an injury sober patients would feel.
She's actually saying that she has had a couple of wines, but she's saying 5 hours ago. But it's hard to tell with people because obviously they're in shock anyway, so people react totally differently. So my colleagues are just trying to establish that at the moment, and police are doing a breath test.
The breathalyzer will reveal the truth.
Did she blow positive? Thought she might, yes.
It's almost 5 times the legal limit. The woman will shortly be switching from the ambulance to the police car.
The breath sample should be 35 and she's blown over 170, which means that she's well over the legal drink drive limit, and the results of that could have been devastating for both herself or anybody else involved. Luckily she's not hit anybody else. We see day in, day out the results, and it destroys lives. It creates absolute chaos just because somebody wants a drink and then they get behind the wheel of a car.
It means the team's patient won't be in a position to crash her car again for the foreseeable future. But the HART paramedics know booze will always be at the bottom of many of their cases, night or day. On the M62 in West Yorkshire, paramedic Gemma is leading the HART convoy to a major fire.
We're going to the old hospital at Batley, which is on fire. There's 5 fire engines in attendance at the moment, so fire service has asked if HART will attend just to provide them with a little bit of backup in case they need to enter the building, I think.
The building is well alight. Team leader Tony, Deep and Gemma are trained to enter smoke-filled buildings wearing breathing apparatus.
You can sometimes get homeless people who might be in the building without anybody knowing, so that's obviously a bit of a concern. And then obviously if it's a large fire there'd be a lot of smoke coming off it, and for local residents that could cause certain individuals to develop breathing problems. 10:28 on scene.
Firefighters are having difficulty entering the building. It looks like the fire may have been started deliberately.
When we first got here, we had an initial report that there could have been kids in there, but I've not seen any.
There's been plenty of kids.
Any sign of anything. And it was just a case of kids sometimes playing there. So
Yeah, there's plenty of kids hanging around, isn't there?
I noticed just as we were coming through, there were some kids still running through front fence, running towards the front door.
The worry is some may still be inside.
We don't know if there is people trapped in there. And it seems to have become a bit of a playground for local children. There is a lot of kids youths hanging around outside. Fire are trying to commit into it, but it's a bit dangerous even for them just now.
The building is smoke-logged and many of the floors are highly unstable. For the fire brigade, it's a high-risk location.
There's been lads that have been stood down here, just obviously, the smoke coming down. Just keep an eye on them, if anybody wants to check it out. Yeah.
Part of the rescue team's responsibility is to provide medical backup for the firefighters. Across the UK, 12 have died at work in the last decade. Blazes in abandoned buildings are especially unpredictable and lethal.
It could change rapidly. If the fire grabs hold of this building properly, we'd quickly know about it.
Local people are adding to the emergency services problems.
Hey lads, that tape's there for a reason.
It's a residential area and the building is on a major commuter route.
There must be like 30 people up there on that corner, and there's doors open to actual property that's on fire, so people could get in.
It's probably not the best idea, but I wouldn't breathe that smoke in if I were you.
But the medics have no powers to stop sightseers.
We put up cordons to try and keep people out of the way, but at the moment they appear to be ignoring the cordon, and it's there for a reason. We're trying to keep them out of a potentially dangerous environment. If the wind direction changes, this smoke's going to blow back towards them, and we're not always sure what's in the smoke. There could be kind of hazardous materials on fire in there, asbestos or kind of other things that are quite toxic. But if they don't choose to listen, there's not very much we can do.
The fire brigade are going in.
We haven't got extent of fire yet.
Right.
We don't even know where fire is at the minute. We're just searching. But she's just trying to get some fire stops in.
Yeah.
Potentially, if we can't get people in quickly,
The whole thing might go.
Yeah.
Ah, right, okay.
HART will support them in case of an accident inside the building.
I'll send 2 up to Echo, and they can have BA and med kit with them over.
We're just going to take some breathing apparatus sets around because the fire brigade are deploying in BA now. So just in case anything goes wrong, we want to be closer in case we need to assist them.
I think we're going back downstairs where we were before.
Right.
Yeah, we don't know yet.
We haven't searched the bottom section where the fire is, but if you could monitor what the condition is on that side.
Yeah, no worries.
Just mainly for the staff that work in that area, I'd really appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous environment. The fire guys are going in to extinguish a fire, but they don't know what's in there. They don't know the state of the building, and hopefully they all come out safely, but just in case they don't, we're here.
The only BA teams that are going in is because it was an old nursing home that's
Tony is briefing his medical team.
All the fire breaks from inside the building have actually been taken out. So there is a strong possibility that the fire will spread and take over quite quickly. This bit right behind us could go eventually if the building goes. So be prepared to move.
The building's a death trap.
The biggest thing you need to pass on is that there's areas of the floor which isn't there. It's covering board and all sorts. There's bits of plyboard over holes. There's danger of falling through floors, breaking your ankles, breaking your legs, or getting trapped by the falling debris from above, which is false ceilings with wiring. So you get your wiring trapped in your BA set and you become entangled and you can't get out.
the danger isn't over.
They're obviously still committing staff inside in BA, so we've got potentials for building collapses whilst there's still people in there, whilst they're working in there.
Tony and the team won't be able to relax until the fire service finally leave the building, and that could be hours yet. Tango team are mobile, heading out of Leeds. They've been called to an incident where their climbing skills will be needed to rescue a patient.
But there's a 15-year-old female who's fallen down the embankments. We don't got any details about injuries or anything. It's going to depend very much on sort of the height of the fall, the incline of the embankment. So we can look at setting up a rope system. It may be something we can just scramble down to that person. But at the moment, we're not really sure how we're going to get access.
The accidents happened in woodland outside the town of Dewsbury.
Oh, not far off now.
Team leader Tony and his medics have been called in by a local ambulance responder. The girl's stuck at the bottom of a roadside ravine. She's unresponsive.
She's just down there. If you sort of give us a chance to get her up here.
Family members, including the patient's mum, have come to the scene. They're anxious to comfort her, but this is a potentially dangerous place.
I won't go down that way because she's right below you. Or you can ignore me, but you're kicking them stones down on her, buddy. What we have is a lady who's in drink who's gone down this embankment. There's a little outhouse down there which she's decided to use as a toilet and has then come out and collapsed. So he's now just laid down at the bottom of the embankment. She's been there a while, so she's going to be quite hypothermic and cold, and it's just going to be difficult getting her back up this steep embankment to the top. So the gents now are setting up a rope system and a line so that we can get down without causing any injuries.
As technical rescues go, this is the nursery slopes for Tony and the team. They're rigging up a pulley system to haul the stretcher up the ravine.
We're just setting up the MIBs so that we can lift this girl out. Obviously, she's quite a long way down this bank, so she's going to be strapped into the MIBs when she comes up. She's unconscious as well, I believe she's intoxicated, so she'll be coming up in this, keep it nice and safe, and then we can put her in a vehicle safely.
The ground is more treacherous than it looks.
Well, loose leaves and everything like that, loose bricks and stones that are on embankment. Very easy for somebody to slip and they could really injure themselves.
How you doing?
All right, you?
Yeah, how's this young lady?
Paige is 15. She's dangerously cold.
When we arrived, we were under here.
She's beginning to come round, but she's incapable of helping her rescuers.
So initially we were going to try and get her out and try and get her up ourselves.
Yeah.
But
it's quite steep, isn't it?
She's absolutely no legs on her.
Get that bit. Ready?
Yeah.
So we got Johnny out.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's time to haul her to safety. The HART team know that if any of their kit fails, their patient could be seriously injured.
Well, yeah, if you get to them few rocks there, Martin, first, and just try and shift him along a little bit. See, like there's a brick there, look, see that wall brick? And then there's a couple there, just chuck them to the side, because that's where she's going to come up.
Paige, look, give us your hand. Sit up a sec. Sit. Right.
Either way, either way.
Oh, we're up. All right, keep going. Just step over. Keep coming. That's it. Well, you've had a little time, haven't you? Right.
Tony is reassuring Paige's mum, Claire.
The ropes are just so that we don't do anything silly, like let her fall back down there. So we're going to attach her on the ropes to that stretcher and just bring her back up now, okay?
Couldn't come down normal way, could you, Martin, eh? Got to do it fancy way.
There's a little hole there, stick your head through it. Oh, there we go. Hey. Paige, do you feel cold, love? Yeah? Right, we'll pop all this on. All right, Paige. I'm going to be coming up at side here, love, all right? So you're going to be perfectly safe. Ready, steady, lift. Right, take a bit of slacking if you can. Ready, steady,
Paige is on her way up. Moggy is keeping an eye on her as they make their way up the incline. It's slow going, but rushing rescues causes accidents.
Bringing up the embankment was difficult just because loose ground, loose rocks, her inability to move herself meant we had to do all that for her. So we set up a simple two-line system, packaged her up, which meant we could bring her up steadily, safely, make sure she's all right.
For Yorkshire's paramedic responders, the HART team are a welcome sight when it comes to rescuing patients in difficult locations.
We did try and get her up, and she was just unable to get up and unsteady on her feet. So it was going to be a massive risk, not just to herself, but to us and the family that were down there as well. It was just too much of a risk, so called for the HART team.
For the squad, it's been a useful training exercise.
The only possible medical issues that she has is hypothermia because she was laid down there for quite a long period of time, laid on the ground, and that tends to soak the heat straight up out of her body. And it's winter, or on the verge of winter, so it's quite cold in the air as well. She wasn't fully with it, but again, the difficulty is because she was in drink, we don't know if that was down to the alcohol nature or down to the hypothermia. She quite easily, could have been more serious that she was down there on her own and suffered the consequences of hypothermia.
Paige will be going for a full check-over at the local A&E.
It's an aircraft that's been involved. It's actually coming into land and something's gone wrong.
We've got an open fracture on his tib fib, right tib fib.
The rescue squad's training is as realistic as possible, and no emergency, no matter how unlikely, goes unrehearsed.
I know it's poking out, but I'm just going to cover it for the minute, just to try and keep it sterile.
Today, they're practicing dealing with a medical crisis on board a holiday jet.
And hold there, right, OK.
It may never happen, but if it does, they'll be ready.
Hotel 1 to 086082. Postcode is Whiskey Foxtrot 6, 1 Golf Yankee.
So on HART, we go to lots of unusual incidents, protracted incidents, entrapments, people underground, people in water. We end up going to lots of bizarre incidents too.
A load of people in the back of a refrigerated truck, stuck apparently.
It's mid-morning, and at HART headquarters, Papa team are being sent to an industrial park on the edge of Leeds.
We don't even know if they're injured. And I was like, well, what's going on? How long have they been in there? Oh, we don't know.
This all sounds a bit odd.
The 999 call has come from a lorry driver making a delivery of bananas. It's thought the casualties may be asylum seekers.
It was a bit sketchy as to whether they're thinking it's people trafficking or if it's just in a place of work and a door's got jammed. I don't know, we're just saying.
Are they going to that one?
There's a major response from the emergency services.
Jesus Christ.
Incidents like this have led to multiple deaths elsewhere.
All I can say is we pulled in, there seemed to be somebody in the back of the police van. The other crew stated I think there was one in there and there was one in the police car.
Police are still searching the truck, which has just arrived from France. It's chilled, but not fully refrigerated.
Basically, I've searched it, so we've got 2 patients in there, but it's just been in 40 degrees for about 24 hours. So we're at temperature-wise, it's absolutely fine. Yeah, so we're just going to pass out.
The search for other occupants draws a blank, and it's clear that no one requires medical treatment.
There's still a little bit of contention on as to where they've got in, how long they've been in there. They're not showing any ill effects of hypothermia or anything like that. And I think they're in the care of the police as we speak.
For the team, it's time to return to base. The stowaways have been lucky. Matt and the team know that next time it could be an entirely different, sadder story. Rain is one of the HART team's worst enemies. With 4,500 square miles to cover, it makes blue light driving a lot harder. Several people reported trapped after a crash. The weather was almost certainly a factor.
Initial reports is possibly that this patient is wheelchair bound, so it might just be a difficult extrication. And there was some reports of them laboured breathing and things.
On the outskirts of Otley, firefighters are struggling to free the passenger from the back of a people carrier.
Is he going to be able to lay flat? Scoot.
Are we putting him on stretcher or are you taking him in his chair?
No, we'll put him on scoot, we'll immobilise him.
Sorry, fella.
John Faces taking over the care of Richard, who is severely physically disabled.
I need someone at the top to sort of take top end at the chest, as it were.
Do the sides of the thing come off?
No, they don't, mate. It's all one bucket seat, as it were.
Richard was strapped into his specially adapted wheelchair and suffered potentially serious injuries as the car rolled over.
Can we take this off just very briefly, just while we move, you say? Is that okay?
All right, then. So we have to lift up and over this bucket seat to that side.
To the right, yeah. Okay.
It's going to be a complex case. They're having difficulty communicating with Richard, whose speech only his carer, family and friends can clearly understand.
Hold on. You still got C-spine, bud? You happy?
Yep.
Sort that collar out, guys.
Kim is assessing Richard's carer, Claire. She too has undergone a big impact.
So you've got yourself out, have you?
Yes.
Right, okay. Any injuries, any pain anywhere?
I've just bumped my elbow.
The occupants of the other car are also being assessed by medics.
We were driving up here and I turned into here.
Yeah.
And there was nothing and then just bang.
But Claire cares only about Richard. He relies on her to communicate.
Well, we've got people looking after him, okay.
I'm just more concerned.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Obviously, that's understandable. You've got to be looked after as well, though, haven't you? So we'll just make sure you're all right.
Paramedic Ben is worried Richard may have damaged his spine.
Relax as best you can, Richard, all right.
His carer is trying to reassure him.
Don't panic. They just have to do all these things in case there's any injuries. They don't want them to get any worse, okay?
Richard's intellect is unaffected by his condition, but the team are having trouble identifying his injuries.
So this is all precautionary, Richard, all right?
It's just in case you've done any damage anywhere. Ready to go in the ambulance now, okay? Going in the ambulance.
Try to keep your head down, fella. You're all right.
I think communication has been a bit difficult, so obviously finding out where any sort of pains or distress he might be having is a little bit difficult.
So his mum's been contacted and she's going to meet us down at LGI.
You could obviously see some cuts and some grazes and some bruises and things on his head and his arms and his elbows.
Right, we've got some abnormal findings, could be normal for him in this condition.
Yeah.
Richard's heart is racing, but it could just be the stress of his situation.
So obviously they're just assessing him now and they're just going to get him straight down to LGI.
Claire, his carer, cannot travel with him because police are anxious to find the cause of the crash. At Leeds General Infirmary, doctors will have to piece together the available clues to decide how best to treat Richard. He's distressed and in pain, and he could have life-threatening injuries.
Yeah, crew request for somebody who's fallen from a horse, difficult extrication in a field.
Bravo team are being called to a routine case that could quickly turn serious.
Hotel 1, I don't want the Polaris carrier to come, I want 1023.
Team leader Andy wants the four-wheel drive Land Rover to reach their patient. 15 miles from base, in a field near Barnsley, the rider has a badly broken ankle.
What we got, 8 minutes.
It's a fracture dislocation. Untreated, she could lose her foot.
Yeah, roger received. We're 50 seconds away, over.
Time is critical. The injury is severe enough to cut off blood flow.
Hotel 1.
Local paramedics have examined the woman.
What we got then?
She's got a fractured ankle.
Has she?
And it looks like it's about to pop through.
Is
Not
it?
careful.
She's like halfway through top field. It's a good 6-minute walk.
Access is going to be a problem.
Well, I'm going to say the only thing is we've got Discovery with us, which is far before. If we can get it in, we can get her in back.
There's a lot more problem solving involved in this job. You know, things aren't always straightforward. Quite often, actually dealing with the clinical issues of the patient are not as difficult for us as dealing with logistics that are involved. We carry a lot of extra kit, and it's a case of trying to work out the best way of doing it and the best piece of equipment that's suitable for that particular job.
Right. We think there's a gate down at the bottom there. It's other side of this woods. Obviously, you can't get through here, but can you go and have a little look?
Yeah. While Sarah tries to get the 4x4 in, Andy heads off to assess the rider.
Left door straight on.
But it quickly becomes clear the Land Rover is not an option.
Yeah, it's locked in this gate, Andy.
Yeah, Roger. Looks like we might be doing a bit of walking then.
They're going to have to think laterally.
Might be worth brand carrier.
Yeah, Roger.
Hello.
Kelly Darby was out for a ride with her auntie when she was thrown.
All
right, Kelly, keep taking that. It will make you feel better. I know it makes you feel a bit nauseous to start with, but it will take that pain off.
Well, we've just set off cantering up through this gap, and Stanley just decided he wanted to go a little bit faster, and then he just stopped and bronked up in air, and she just flew up in air and then landed straight down on her ankle. It looked as though it were twisted wrong way.
Would someone be so kind as to help me lift this out of the back of the vehicle? Thank you.
The team are deploying their most antiquated gadget. The brand carrier dates back to the First World War.
Let's go.
It's an unlikely but effective substitute for the Land Rover.
Kelly, now we've put it in that box, is it still? Can you still feel it?
It's hurting even more.
It's hurting even more.
Tim needs to know if nerves and blood vessels have been damaged. But she's in so much pain, it's not clear.
Hang on. All right, Kelly.
Kelly is lying a half a mile from the road. Speed is of the essence. She may need emergency surgery on her ankle, but the pain is hard to bear.
You all right? I know, sweetheart.
Right, round to the left here.
The HART team's patient is on her way to hospital in Barnsley, where surgeons are waiting to assess her ankle. This fall could change her life. Kelly's broken ankle needed complex surgery, but she made a good recovery and she's now back in the saddle. Kerry, the woman almost killed in a motorway pile-up, suffered 11 broken ribs and a collapsed lung. She chipped several vertebrae, needed reconstructive surgery to her hip, and spent 2 months in hospital. A leg injury has left her with serious mobility problems. The driver who overturned her car while drunk was convicted of drink driving, fined and given a suspended prison sentence with a rehabilitation order. She told police she'd had a domestic argument. Firefighters finally found the seat of the blaze in the disused nursing home. No one was hurt. The Riverside party that required a major rescue operation left one guest with a minor spinal injury and another with serious bruising, but both recovered. Paige, who had to be hauled up a ravine by rope, was found to be unhurt apart from a mild case of hypothermia and a serious headache. The foreign stowaways found in the back of a truck applied for asylum and are awaiting a decision. And Richard, the disabled man hurt in a crash involving his adapted car, did have difficulty communicating with hospital staff without his carer, but both have now recovered.